our marketing workshop for October 2025. This is not a lecture. This is a participatory group. Anybody wants to bring something to the table, questions they have about social media, websites, just general marketing, whatever. Let's just have it out and talk about it. I've got a few things I could cover, but I'd really rather y'all take the lead and guide us where to go.
Who here already has an IDX website? And I can't see your hand. Do you have one?
I have an IDX website, yes.
All right. And Holly, Jennifer, I know you don't have one yet, but we're going to work on that. And Holly, who is your provider?
I use iHome Finder.
iHome Finder? Okay.
What's
And
your URL?
AnnRosley.com. It's Agent Image.
AnnRosley.com.
And
then, I'm sorry, Holly?
Mine is SantaClaritaListings.com.
Santa Clarita
That's
Listings.
clever. You used the word list. I need to steal
It
that.
was. Afterwards, I heard like that's only a realtor term and it should be homes for sale or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm here. I second guess everything I do.
You're good.
Are you an analytical person?
No.
You sure? You sure you don't want to think about that?
I'm a Libra. I just have to evaluate every single thing.
Okay. Do we want to look at your websites? Do we want to? Did you come to us with a question today? We can review the websites and look at those, see how they're performing if you'd like.
I said we take a look at one just to show people what it looks like.
Let's see what Holly and Ann want to do.
Whatever you guys want me to do.
Yeah, same here. I don't have a specific agenda. I just would love insights.
Okay. So let's go into this. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the. By the way, just so everybody knows, this is a podcast. We will be putting this on YouTube. So don't mention the competitor you hate or how much your broker sucks or anything like that. Cool?
Cool.
Okay, here comes Matt. Matt's one of our longtime friends.
Just know this is a work in progress. We just switched
over.
No,
that's okay. We're here to make things better.
So where were you before?
So I did try Real Geeks. And I've tried KV Core. And then finally I just went, you know what? I really want my own WordPress with the IDX provider that can be found. So we've been building this one up with communities and all of that.
So did you go with IDX Pro to get the IDX solution for it?
Yeah. On iHome Finder?
On iHome Finder? Or iHome Finder already comes with an IDX solution?
Oh yeah. So iHome Finder is the IDX. It has a Optima Express or something like that is the IDX provider.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is your website. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here. I want to look at everything. Just double check it. Nice. You see how that wiggles? That's a little bit of slowdown. Okay, when I'm on your site, when anything that it hasn't preloaded, do you see how that spun in? Did you see how that spun in when we went to it? That's a little bit of latency.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to do
by the way, it's a lot
of
latency if you're on your phone. Just an FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's right click, view page source. This turns the website upside down and we can see the code. Okay. It's kind of like turning the card over to see if they bought you a Hallmark. Fine. Do you remember back in the day? If they care, they bought you a Hallmark. Otherwise, it's American Greetings and they don't love you. Okay. So work with an expert real estate agent in Santa Clarita, California. Good, didn't mention that. To buy, sell your home with confidence, explore top listings. Okay, so this is good. They mentioned Santa Clarita. I can't say it. Clarita twice. Thank you. Blah, 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 blah. Words are hard. Okay, so they mentioned your city twice. That's actually a really good practice. Okay. Now let's see if you have keywords. You do not have keywords. Okay. A lot of products don't offer keywords, and that's just they don't want you to have them. Clarita. Homes for sale. And this is, I'm using a product called Keywords Everywhere. Okay. So Realtor.com has 82 keywords against you. Zillow has 75 keywords against you. If the product is not going to let you do keywords, you have to question why. Some people will say, well, keywords are dead. Nobody does keywords anymore. It's not a ranking factor. Yes, but the major brands still carry them. So as soon as Realtor or Zillow drop theirs, I'll drop mine. Plus, when you buy a Google ad, say it with me, you're buying keywords. You're buying long tail keywords based off those. You know, Holly, we'll make you #1 on Realtor, on Google today. We'll make you #1 on Google. And the keyword we're selling you is homes in Santa Clarita painted pink. Well, we can make you #1 for that because that's not really a ranking thing anyway. But you're #1. See, we fulfilled our thing. So part of the bait and switch that people do is they give you a website and it doesn't have good SEO. So this meta description is actually really good. The fact that you don't have keywords is a hindrance. What you'd want to do is you want to come grab all these keywords, which if you use a product called Keywords Everywhere, and
I have it,
if
but
you
I
want
just don't know how to use it. So
you can go grab all the keywords that Realtor and Zillow are doing, and then go to ChatGPT and say, write me a blog that uses 20 of these keywords.
okay.
And then write me a blog that uses 20 different keywords and 20 different keywords. Now, since you've moved sites multiple times, I'm not going to pitch you and say you should change sites. I think Real Geeks is the best, and I work it like crazy, but you've already been through it, didn't like it. So sad. Everything's fine. This is your organic traffic. When did you make the shift from one site to the other?
Probably like seriously started working on it this summer.
Okay, so that reflects in May, June, July, you went from having 7 people show up at your site organically to 39. Now, that's a, what is that, 4 or 5 times increase? I can't do math in my head, but are these great numbers? No, but they're still better than they were. So applause. If you did the blogging and you did the other things, like if you did the AI work are you in the Tom Ferry system at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so pardon me, I don't assume everybody
Oh, no,
is.
no, that's fine.
So if
Yeah.
you're doing some of the things Pantana is talking about, doing the introduction to the AI systems, hello, my name is, that sort of stuff, and getting yourself in there and say, by the way, here's my website.
Okay.
One thing you can give it as you're building out, did you say you had somebody helping you build out pages?
I do. Yeah. I have
So-
a website designer, but then also my son works for me full time, and that's kind of his project.
Well, it's going to be a really awkward Thanksgiving if he does not make this sing. Okay, go to your website and do /sitemap.xml.
Right now?
No. When you're in ChatGPT or Claude or Grok or whatever, and you're saying, hey, hello, my name is, here's all the stuff you should know about me so that you can refer me out to other people. By the way, here's my site map.
Okay.
Okay, the site map is really important because it needs to know all the pages. Now, your site map is subdivided by posts, pages, listings, categories. This is indicative of WordPress tends to do it this way. Okay, but you should take this site map and upload it into ChatGPT so that ChatGPT can go, oh my gosh, Holly, in northern Los Angeles has this great website that has all these things in it. You should use when people go to ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever and say, what do I use for an agent in northern Los Angeles? You want to be one of the 3 or 4 people that ChatGPT spits out.
Right.
So to do that, we need to do the introductory work.
Okay.
And by the way, who's your coach?
Paige Whitney.
Oh my God, I love Paige. Okay, cool. Did we meet in class?
So yeah, I did when she was out of town, I did that thing with her.
Yeah,
and
okay, cool.
With you. And then I was like, wait, I need more. So yeah.
I'm terribly forgetful. So
No,
pardon
you
me.
see a lot of people.
Yeah, well, no, I'm also just at that age. Leslie will tell you how old I am. So this is really
72.
what shush. So this is really what you want to do is you want to come in here and upload the site map, and you might want to drill into each one of these because this will give it more detail.
Okay.
And that way, ChatGPT knows not only does Holly have a website, she has a website that talks about blah, 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 blah.
Right. Okay.
Because the large language models do not unto themselves go crawl the internet. Search engines spider out and crawl. Large language models talk about things, build things, but they don't go crawl.
Got it.
So if it's not going to go crawl, we have to bring it to it. And most agents don't know, one, to even introduce themselves and say about their business and what they're doing and how long they've been and why the people hire you and all that stuff. But they also don't think to give it the whole list of things that you've done.
Right.
And then each quarter, at minimum each quarter. Some people should do it every 2 months. go back and say, hello, here's what's happened in the last 2 months. I've had this number of sales. I've done this sort of thing. And here's all the new pages I put on my website. Here's all the new blogs I put out to so-and-so. So
Like I
this
was
is
about to say
good.
that every time you blog, take that blog in and introduce it. Hey, look at the blog I just wrote. Every time. So any updates you make, always feed it back. Think of AI as your best friend that you're telling what you did today to. That's exactly how you need to treat it. It's like, here's what I did today. Here's what I've accomplished.
Okay, amazing.
So this is using Lighthouse, Google Lighthouse. Google Lighthouse is a speed indicator. Okay. So it's pagespeed.web.dev, but it's Google's backend. It's saying on mobile, your performance is 37 out of 100.
Huh,
This is not good.
No, I thought we had
60,
worked on that, so that's good to
60
know.
to 70% of the people coming to your website will come to it through mobile.
Right.
If you don't rank well on mobile, if your speed is low on mobile, Google won't even show them you. When they're saying, who do I hire in Northern Los Angeles? It's not even going to show you as a result because your page doesn't go fast. Speed is an indicator. They're going to say, sorry, we're going to show somebody else who's faster.
Right. That makes sense.
And
So
not
do you
to
remember
kick
those
you in the
things
pants, but Real Geeks is usually faster.
Remember those things he showed you on your website that jiggled and wiggled? That slows
Right.
your site down.
Okay.
That's what, even though it looks great,
Okay.
it's not great on your cell phone.
Okay. Okay. Great.
This image may be huge. Thankfully, you don't have the movie that plays in the background with swans and flying over the city like Superman. Those sort of IMAX videos that people put on like their luxury presence or agent image websites are just crap.
Takes too long.
They
Okay.
look pretty to the human eye and they look so luxury, but Google will not reward that.
Interesting.
Google wants fast and Google wants homes. So
Okay.
one thing to think about here, people are coming to your house to see homes, yes?
Mhm.
Okay. How many homes do we have on our homepage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I go to Santa Clarita, why can't I say that? Realtor.com, I bet you I have over 100 homes on the homepage.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. This is your competition. And I always describe it this way. It's like going to the gate agent and you want to check your bag, get your boarding pass and get over to TSA. But
Mm.
no, you got to meet Stephanie and see her team and see all the awards she's won and all the girl, take my bag, get me on TSA. Check my
Okay.
bag. You're lovely. I love you, but good. Leslie and I went through this in Valencia, Spain the other day, and it's like, just take our bag and go. So we
So
need to be, go
can I
ahead.
ask a question?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was trying to do was be different than the Zillows and the Realtor.coms and offer more things like floor plans and neighborhood guides and things like that that are kind of difficult to find, and I guarantee Zillow doesn't have them. So I was trying to uh, make it so that this is different than what you might find from,
That's lovely.
but it's
Do it
not.
in a blog.
Oh,
Don't do it on the homepage.
okay.
And by the way, you can still do those things and create a page for maybe it's a neighborhood or a high rise. Create that page with those properties so people can Google and find them. But when people are Googling Santa Clarita homes for sale, the first thing they want to see are homes for sale.
Okay. Okay.
So, but if you can still have and you can still have those things that you want, but dedicate it to whatever it's about. So if it's this neighborhood, then put it in the information in that neighborhood.
Okay.
Don't pile it all onto that first page. But when they're
Okay.
searching
Yeah,
for
you're
homes for sale,
putting too much
that's what
weight
they
on the
want to see
homepage.
first.
Okay.
You're
So,
putting too much weight on the homepage.
okay, that's super helpful. Thank you.
And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying,
No, I want to hear this. That's why I'm here.
Okay. So I'm on your third house and you have not made me sign in. By the way, there's only 6 houses. No matter where I go, I'm only getting 6 per page. And
Okay.
these little maps slow you down too.
Okay, I can change that so that it has more per page.
Yes.
Put
Now,
as many per
tell me
page
why
as
I haven't.
possible.
I'm sorry, Leslie.
Yeah, put as many per page as possible because the more they have to look at, the longer they're going to hang out.
Okay. Okay, and I understand that you're saying to make them sign in sooner rather than later. So
Yes.
I'm on my 8th house. So you and I are going to run a clothing store. Okay. We're gonna open a beachfront store and we're gonna have swimsuits and shirts and sunscreen and everything. We're going to let people walk in and steal the first 4 shirts, hoping they buy the 5th one.
Okay.
Are we going
Okay.
to be in business very long?
No.
Losing 4 to, but I'm on my 8th shirt that I've stuffed down my.
I don't have a very strict sign in. What do you recommend?
No.
I'll change it.
1 first house.
Okay.
If they're not going to sign in on the first house, they won't sign in by the 6th anyway. Don't let them steal your data.
Okay.
And by the way,
This is your commerce.
most likely they're making it easy. Your system makes it easy where they can either automatically use their Google ID or their Facebook, so they won't really have to fill anything out. It is a click.
Okay.
Like that's all it's going to take, and 99% of people are going to do it.
Okay. Okay. This is huge.
By the way, to Leslie's point, if you're using Google or Facebook to sign in with, the odds are you're not going to get Mickey Mouse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phone number.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's actually it actually creates a cleaner CRM. Okay. Now I'm top of funnel. I'm lead attraction. This is all me. Leslie is really good at CRM cleanup and helping you find who's where and like, oh, they have another house down the road that they haven't told you about, that sort of thing. But this is my bailiwick. I would seriously start, I would take some of the weight off the homepage. I would compress this image if you can. And there are things you can do online. If you don't know how to do that, email me, I'll talk to you. You can compress these images down so that they're smaller. I like that this is a embed from YouTube and not actually hosting the video, so that's good. But yeah, your speed on mobile, let's see, your desktop speed is better, but most everybody has a faster connection on desktop.
Right.
But your mobile speed is not fabulous.
Okay.
12 seconds to get the first, contentful paint up is not good. So imagine, there's like 7 different people trying to run a race, and the largest thing takes the longest to load. The largest thing is taking 12 seconds, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, not fabulous. But at least you have a website. And here's the thing I will applaud. You've moved into it. You've made it your own. So many people give money to one of these IDX companies and they think, well, I paid for it, it's going to bring me business. And they never do a thing with it. Now, Matt, I know, has a well-developed website. He's moved into it. I've certainly moved into mine. You have to make it's like building a new construction home. D.R. Horton built me this house, but 2 years later, it's just so uncomfortable and hasn't worked. You didn't put a bed in there. You didn't hang anything on the wall.
Right.
You bought the house, but you never moved into it. You've moved into it. You've made it your own. You changed some of the basics so that it should start working some.
Okay.
And keep in mind, this is a long-term. This is the long-term business commitment.
Right.
So you're not. Those leads don't just start piling in first couple of months. You're talking 1 year, 2 year. But if you're consistently adding pages, consistently doing blog posts that link back to those pages, it grows and it grows. Because the goal is not to pay for ads. We want organic traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is good.
Okay, so traffic is there. We went over that. Should we move on to Anne? Anne, I see you now.
I'm back.
Thank you for this, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
We
do
love
this every
this.
month. I love to talk to people about stuff like this. I'm a bit of a goober if you haven't noticed.
And you had agent image, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, before we drop off of here, let's look at one more thing on Holly's site. So these are your keyword rankings. And this is probably, since you don't have you can't use keywords, this is probably from blogs or something like that. You've got 1 keyword ranking in the top 3. You've got 1 in the top 10. And then anything else is 47 between pages, basically 10 through 50. Or I'm sorry, yeah. Page, well, that would be 11th. That'd be page 1 through 5. So you are on the first page, top of page with 1 keyword, first page, bottom of page with another keyword, and then everything else is page 2 through 5 or 5 through 10 of a search.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So when you say we can't use keywords, is that a WordPress thing, an Elementor, or my IDX provider?
WordPress
Probably
allows you
WordPress.
to use keywords. They allow
It
you
does.
to use keywords.
Yeah, it does tags. Yeah.
Okay.
You just haven't added them.
So we haven't tagged them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find out.
It's just a matter that the product doesn't come with. If
when
you
you say
look at
the product,
let me go to Bright Stellar Beaches. This is my Delaware website. And we're going to go to Bethany Beach, Delaware. Beautiful little town. And you right click and you turn the site over. This is view all the homes in Bethany Beach, and we mention it twice. And then every one of these keywords is Bethany, 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 Bethany. Because, and I went to Zillow and Realtor and I stole their keywords.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I borrowed them gently. And because they're not copyrighted. Everybody's borrowing the same keywords. If this is the top ranking, meta description. Usually I emulate Zillow or Realtor on the meta description, and I emulate Realtor and Zillow on the keywords. So that it looks very similar to what is the top ranking site. If they're doing it, I'm going to do it. So what we need to do for you, or what you need to do, is find a way to get the double mentioning the name twice of the city is great. Getting those keywords in there, and you may do it through doing blogging. Maybe since the product doesn't really support it, you just make blogs that have all those keywords built in and try to get it that way. And in the blog, have a link to a site that have a link to a page that shows you all the homes in that city. So if you did Newhall and you use some keywords about Newhall, have links in that blog that go to Newhall searches.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Newhall, new construction, Newhall 2-story homes, Newhall with homes with pools. So anything you mentioned in that blog, link back to properties that match that description.
Okay.
And that is very helpful. And by the way, even that blog it somewhere else so you get links back to your website, not just from your own blog.
Okay.
So one thing we didn't.
Where else would you blog it to?
Active Rain.
Okay.
Sorry, did I get too excited by that?
Yeah.
So do you guys are do you take on customers for this, or
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so we'll talk later. I definitely want to hear more.
So if I want to, one thing I didn't test here, let's say, give me a town that you didn't code yet. Give me a city.
Northridge, California.
Single word, sorry, Northridge. And I want to be, let's say I want to be, so I already have my answer. As I'm building this search out, do you see that this is not changing?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Bethany, Delaware again. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So if I go to advanced search, and I'm going to pick just any town, let's pick Baltimore because it's all one big area up there, and I want to be under 500,000, and I want 3 bedrooms. This is going to build what's called a query string URL. The query string URL is going to contain city equal Baltimore. Okay, maximum price 500,000. Minimum bedrooms 3. It's basically placing the order. If Jennifer orders a sandwich and we want, bread equals wheat, meat equals ham, cheese equals Swiss, pickle equals no, you'll know exactly how to make that sandwich for her, right?
Right.
Okay. So what we're doing here is I can take this URL and I can go blog about it, and I can make all sorts of searches and put blogs out about homes in Baltimore, over, under, with this, with that. I can do all the features because that query string is going to work. This is not building you a query string, so when you're blogging, you can't come back to this.
And by the way,
who's
Google can read.
So the IDX portion is iHome Finder.
Okay, sorry, Liza, go ahead.
So that query string, Google can read those words. When you have one that only shows you code, Google can't read the code, but it can see the words. That's one reason, going back to Real Geeks, and there are other sites that do it, where if you can build that out, that's free SEO right there that you don't have to pay for, because it builds it out for you. Now you can probably save searches in your current one and name it what it is and have that URL up there, but you won't be able to necessarily have it build out if people are creating those, if you create those searches on your own in the advanced search option.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't see a way to break out of that.
So the only reason I went with that iHome Finder was that it was one of the only ones that supposedly could be indexable by, I don't know. There was some where the page you owned that search and it wasn't going back to another third party. And so that's why I thought it was important.
Okay. Can I teach you a new term?
Yep.
You know what blinker fluid is?
No.
Okay, so you take your car to the shop because your left blinker isn't working. And the guy sees you drive up and he comes out with this bottle of $400 worth of blinker fluid. Now, this is the only blinker fluid that fixes the left and the right blinker, and on imports, it'll fix the one in the rear. $400. No other brand will do that.
Okay.
It's a 30-cent bulb. Every site will index pages. Whoever told you that
Okay.
is selling you blinker fluid.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
I'm so sorry to say that. Every site can do that.
But Hollywood, Bob, could you go back to her page and just like choose one of the links of the properties that she's already created? Like one of the links she's
down
already
here?
created. Yeah.
Stevens Ranch.
Yeah. So let's click on learn more.
Thinking. Okay.
So see that URL up there. See, if you create these searches, look like in the back, you get to name it something. Now, what I would have said name that Stevens Ranch Homes for Sale.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Or Stevens Ranch just listed, depending on what it is. But so you can create that URL. It's just that people going to your page and doing the event search, it doesn't create that URL for you. So on the back end, you can create URLs.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
So
Our word sensor.
can we try something for a second? And we will get to yours in just a second, I swear. Let's say we wanted to be, now I don't think there are any ocean views, but let's say that we wanted to build gated communities. We should be able to have that URL change to say gated community equals true.
Okay.
Home, pool, no pool equals false. That sort of stuff, pickle equals true, onion equals false, sort of ordering system makes blogging amazing, and you can drop breadcrumbs all around the world for your site.
Okay.
Okay.
If you didn't, if say I wanted to keep the WordPress site and I wanted to use a different IDX provider, do you have one that you recommend?
I'm a Real Geeks proponent, and I don't get paid any money to say it.
I know.
So, and I just say that because I don't get paid money I don't take money for referrals. I would, if you had a WordPress site, and some people do this, like I have multiple WordPress sites for different blogs. Like John helps me run all my WordPress sites, John Turner McClellan on here. So I have like today's DFW, which is about places to eat and shop and things to do around Dallas-Fort Worth, each of which, depending on which city that little restaurant is in, has a link at the bottom that says, want to learn more about Plano, Texas, follow this link to Texas Pride Realty, and it's all the homes in Plano.
Got it.
So I use WordPress to draw people into my sites.
Interesting.
And it can have a little bit more weight to it about, it can be a lot more pictures and a lot more things. But my IDX site is fast, lean, and to the point.
Yeah. And part of the thing you need to remember, when you have people who come to your site and they do that advanced search, what if I find a whole bunch of properties that they want their partner to look at? They copy that link. It just goes to,
it doesn't take them to
it doesn't take them anywhere.
So
that's one of the other reasons. Now, again, on the back end, you can create all those things we talked about, what it shows in the URL, what exactly the search is. You're just going to have to take the time to do that.
Okay.
Anne, are you scared?
I'm here.
We love you both. We really do. Okay, so this is Anne's site. And Anne, you are do you see how it wiggled in?
Yeah.
That little tiny, that pretty thing for your eye, just a micro little bit of delay. And all those little micro delays end up being latencies on your site. Now we're going to keep seeing more of those as we move, because everything has to wiggle, because the site designer thinks that wiggling is going to make you buy their site because it looks better. Isn't that cool that it wiggles? Oh yeah, that must be really good. That's blinker fluid. Okay. And somebody spent a lot of time making those little wiggles so that you'll buy the site and you won't realize that you're not going to get as much. Now, this is who agent image?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put it through the test here. We're going to right click, page source, description, meta description. Over 30 years of real estate experience in more than 25 Chicago neighborhoods, from the South Loop to the Gold Coast, River North, West Town, and Andersonville. Okay, I'm gonna say this with love because I do care. This is not going to rank. If I'm flying in to see you, where am I going to fly into?
You're flying into Chicago.
This needs to all be about Chicago. They will discover the other suburbs later. If you're coming to find me, you're going to land at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, yes?
These are neighborhoods within Chicago. The trouble.
I wouldn't know that if I'm moving from Toledo.
Well, good point. Right. I was trying to figure out, and this is why I'm on the call. When you have a big city and
Mhm.
you're fighting with a lot of people spending money, how do you get attention and get to the top?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Go
Arnold
ahead.
Horshack here. Anybody
Yeah,
get that
go
reference?
Horshack.
So, so the first page, like Bob says, needs to be about the major city because people who are moving to your city, they don't know those neighborhoods, they don't know those suburbs. Now,
Right.
that's why you create those separate parts, but those secondary pages will rank on Google because what most real estate agents do is they create that big front-facing page, Dallas, Texas real estate for sale. And they forget about all the suburbs, the neighborhoods, the high rises. They forget about all of that. So your goal, you're never going to be number one when they search for Chicago homes for sale.
Right.
But maybe they search for one of those neighborhoods, home with a pool, or a neighborhood on that corner. So you create those neighborhoods as well, but that first page needs to get as many people to it in Chicago as possible. Those secondary pages, that's going to be where your money is made. That's where your bread and butter is, because that's when where you're hyper local focused, which most agents aren't doing.
Okay.
It's easier to beat Google on that than or Zillow on that than it is to beat Zillow on Chicago real estate.
Right. Okay.
And also your experience, the 30 years, I applaud that. It's not a ranking factor.
Okay.
And we want to have things that rank, which is to Leslie's point, having tons of houses, content about, Chicago and why unique content about why you love Chicago, great. Your personal experience is not going to be a ranking factor until they get in and get to see it, and then they'll love you. But right
Okay.
now, this is not gonna help you rank. I don't see keywords on here, so you may be in the same boat about not having keywords that we were talking to Holly about.
Agent Image has something they've been trying to sell me, and that is their SEO package.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been not interested in it. There seems
Um,
it
why would
seems
I
like
give you the ability? Why
go
would I
ahead.
give you the ability to rank organically if I can hold back and then sell you something better?
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not the cost of the cartridge. It's not the cost of the printer. It's the cost of the cartridges that gets you. Here's the
Well,
printer.
that's
It's only $200 from HP, but each cartridge is $75 and you'll need 100 of them a year.
right.
Here's your
Right.
website. It's only $200 a month. Or our SEO package is another $5.
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
not have a product that does it all together?
And just consider this. We actually ran into a situation about a year or two ago where someone with wasn't Agent Image. I forget the company. Actually, I don't. I'm just not going to name them. But they had them build their site out and they started buying leads from them, only to find out that that company created another site with the same name .net, and they were getting leads organically and selling them to the other person. So the goal is we don't want to be dependent upon paying someone every month so we get paid.
Right.
We hustle for our own business. So part of that is, building out that site. Now, even if if you didn't go with the site that we will always tell you to go with, you can still build those out, but you have to be consistent about blogging about it and linking
Yeah.
back and not just on your own site everywhere else. And it's always a thing. Two things you can do, and everybody can do this. Go to Google Alerts and set up a Google Alert for your city real estate, your city economy. You will get at least 5 or 10 options of things you can blog about that somebody else has already blogged about. Take it into AI, rewrite it, and then post back. So now you have consistent blog posts that you can do every day, and just make sure that when you see a keyword in there that matches something, like if it says a neighborhood or a zip code or a school district, anything that you create that search so you can hyperlink that back.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
how you're going to grow that, is not just through building out the pages, but doing those blog posts as well.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you something else that isn't so great for you. I clicked on the Edgewater page, okay, and I flipped the Edgewater page over. This is the exact same meta description on every page. So
Oh,
when we're
no.
talking about building out these separate pages and wanting to have your not subdivisions, but areas of Chicago shine out, it's not shining out because they're all described the same. So this is not helpful for you, my friend.
Right. Well, and this is helpful to me because I'm at this place where I'm thinking, is it even worth having this website?
Can I
Because
ask how much they're charging you a month?
$200.
So here's your organic traffic. Your apex was 6 organic visitors in 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these things just don't rank. Because what they're going to do, and I'm not saying any company's doing this, allegedly. Why should I give you the tools to drive the car? You bought the car from us, but if you want to do anything with the car, we're going to put it on our tow truck and you'll pay us to drive the car to that place. Let us drive the car. We bought the car.
Yeah.
Why are you hindering us from doing organic SEO?
And they're going to
Plus,
feed it. And there's a good story came out today about how GM is now going to start charging a monthly fee for you to be able to connect via Apple Play or Android Auto. Yes, a monthly fee so that you can, and then they'll install the auto start, but that's also a monthly fee. So they're moving to,
well, okay, that's Tesla's model.
yes, that's Tesla's model as well.
Tesla's model. If you buy the car and you want certain features turned on, the features are in the car, but they won't turn them on unless you pay. Like the butt warmers in the seats, you pay extra for those apparently per month. Give me a Toyota every day. I'm fine. So let's also look at your site speed here. I don't think I ran that yet, but let's double check. Google Lighthouse, Bob. I suddenly lost my brain as to where I was going. Have you, either one of you, Anne or Holly, have you gotten any leads from the site that you know you got it from the site, either from
No.
an ad or from organic?
No.
Holly, is that a yes or no?
I can't say. I don't think so.
Okay. Can I brag for a second?
Please.
Okay, so this is, sorry, Real Geeks leads right here. So this is our leads. Okay, I do run a Google ad through Real Geeks. They promised me between 30 to 50 leads a month. I started it July 1st of 2020. There was a thing called a pandemic raging. I had 6 or 7 agents to feed. I wanted to be sure we had enough coming in. They brought in 50 the first month. I brought in 41 organically that month. This is through TexasPrideRealty.com. 53 the next month, 36, 52, 39. So we're bringing in around, at that time, around 90 leads a month. Combination organic and paid. Anytime that this goes green is because I either matched their leads or beat their leads organically. So in the first 6 months, I did it once. In the first full 12 months, I matched or beat them 4 times. Then in 2022, I only missed them twice. So my organic was outpacing the Google ad. 2023, I beat them every month. 2024, I beat them every month to the point that I turned off the ad twice because we didn't need it. And then 2025 so far, I don't have October finished out yet. For 2025, I beat them every month with my organic. If I shut this off, I still have a business. Okay. I brought in 4,412 leads organically. They brought in 2625. If I want to retire someday, this is a sellable business. If I'm dependent on Google Ads, I'm just renting keywords from somebody else and anybody else can come along and rent them for a little bit more and I seal my business. If my credit card number changes because somebody tried to charge an airline ticket in Topeka on there, then I lose my keywords for the month. Somebody else gets my position. I don't want to rent my business. I want to own my business. And that's why I'm building out organic.
Can I ask you what your return on investment is for your Google advertising?
Last year we closed 6 deals. We got 1 listing and 3 outbound referrals so far this year. I think that number is low. I think we have 5 closed deals so far, and we have 2 outbound referrals, and I think we have another buyer coming in.
We picked up another buyer today.
Okay. With this
And by
number
the
of
way-
leads, now, sorry,
No,
go ahead.
So what I also want to point out is something that we do is that when you're going to get a lot of buyer leads. Well, almost all your leads, 99% of your leads are going to be buyers. What people aren't doing is looking to see if those people own a house. You can use Realtor RPR or Realist. You can take their information and find out, hey, does this if you exact dial will allow you to search by email address to find out where they live. Then you take that address into Realist or Realtor RPR. Now you find out if they own a home. Now, will you market to them differently if you know they own a home? Absolutely. 30% or a little bit more than 30% of those buyers leads that come through have a home to sell. And if you don't know that, you're missing out. So keep that in mind. Doing data cleanup every day will make a difference on what kind of leads you're actually getting.
Yeah. And that also, when we talk about the conversion, that's the middle of the funnel, right?
Right.
Top of funnel is getting people in the door and getting them registered. And you can see my numbers here that I'm getting around 100 to whatever, 130 a month registered. Then it's up to Jennifer and Leslie and the rest of my crew, John, to actually convert them, to call them, to text them, to, get in front of them and get them in.
Mhm.
My job is top of funnel. Their job is middle of funnel.
Okay.
If you're a sole practitioner, your job is the whole funnel. But
Okay.
this is what we do. Now, we also take these and put these into blogs. John helps us with that. Let me go to Small Brands Media blog. John, do you want to talk for a second? Because I'm kind of getting hoarse.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
can.
that's good.
Basically, we have, you're saying, do we do work for other clients and make the site look just like Bob's site? Yes, we do. And we also provide blogs for those people providing backlinks. So usually I'll go through and choose about 4 to 5 different websites and click on those links that you see. Those are the links that go back to those, homes for sale with a pool. And that shows you up there at the top. That's a Real Geek site. And the order type of URL string that Bob was talking about, you can see, it'll show you pool, yes.
Amenities equal pool.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to see. It's a little bit small.
That's okay.
But yeah, so it's going to that URL directly. And all those, the ones I blogged about were with pools. So you could take the same URL, blog about it yourself, or any URL that you have, and go take that same blog and go back to Active Rain or wherever, plop it down, and have them come back to your website using that same link.
So
And that
what
generates
John
more
is doing
organic
is
traffic that way.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What he's doing is he's taking 5 of our clients every couple days and figuring out different unique ways we can blog about them and help, because we know that y'all probably don't have time to blog, but helping you come up with ways to advertise the house.
John, are you figuring out what topics buyers and/or sellers are concerned with before you create the blog? And if so, where are you getting that information from?
No, I'm just using the links that we have on the websites that are all broken out by whatever your MLS shows.
Okay.
Like well, you can't show mine anymore. I was going to say show you mine, but I'm on Pro Agent now. Go over to Texas Pride Realty.
One thing I just noticed on the Houston site is that HomeSmart just changed their logo and that looks a little
Yeah.
blurry, so I need to do that. Okay, Texas Pride Realty.
Go to Dallas Homes for Sale or something on the right.
Can we do
Whoever.
Addison?
Addison, sure. So all those links there on the side are every possible search that's in the North Texas MLS for that city.
Yeah.
And we could do the same thing for Triad MLS
Sure. Yeah.
on your website
Right.
if it's Real
Well,
Geeks.
let's
or,
look at Fannie Fleming's amazing website.
yeah, I think you have a Real Geek site, right? Yeah.
I do.
And so we've been building her out.
You
Give me a
should have
city
those
in
built out.
North Carolina that I should pick on. Chapel Hill? No. Charlotte?
Well, for
Fannie,
hers,
give me a city.
Clemens. Go down. Clemens, right there.
I want
it's
something
in
that
my
will have some
MLS.
good stuff. So there's all the different styles and things we can do for her MLS. Now every MLS will be slightly different. So like if you're in Bright MLS, which is in Mid-Atlantic, we can get 50 some odd side links. Every city ends up being 50. If you're in Dallas Fort Worth, I think it's like 42 or 43. Matt, do you remember? Houston is a little bit more. Austin's a little different. Every one of them is different. So you always have to recode this depending on the area. But if you're going to build one page like we did, or Ann did here for Edgewater, why not have all the links on Edgewater for all the different varieties of searches? But
Right.
if you don't have that query string URL ability, like we were talking about on Holly's site, now I know, Anne, you do probably have query string here. I'll show you in a minute. But if you can't do that, then you can't build exponential sites.
Right.
Every time I build a page on Fanny's site, that page has 40 additional links. So I'm really building 41 pages.
Yes.
Let's double check let's do property search here. Let me be sure you have query string before I swear you do, because I know Agent Image does. Among the things that I know, that is one. So property search. Okay. And give me a city I should search in.
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. What gets me a nice house in Lincoln Park?
1,000,007.
This is why I'm not moving to Lincoln Park. And let's get rid of the lower end stuff. Let's take anything under 1 million out. And I want to have 3 bedrooms. How's that?
Good.
Okay, search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's taken way
Now-
too much time.
Now, it came up when I moved. Now, if I'm not, and I'm a pretty savvy user, if I had not scrolled, it would have stayed blank.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see how they have to flush it? They fill in as soon as we move? That's latency. Okay. So now I'm going to test this the same. Now up here, we have board ID equals 34. I don't know what that means. Neighborhood equals something up here. Location equals something, property description, single family residence. I believe that's what's going to be status active. So this is readable, but not very readable. So there's your maximum list price, 1,700,000. Homes, sorry, bedrooms equals 3. So this is a query string URL. You could take this and blog about it. It doesn't just say results. Okay, now let me see if you, let's test and see if you make me sign in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. And things wiggle. Let's go back. And every time, oh, you're gonna make me sign in now. I'm gonna say not now. Ooh, you let me get out of it? Isn't that nice? Would you pay for that shirt? Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for the shirt right now. Okay, I just clicked on that and it's 1, 2. That one came up faster, but the click was earlier. So still not making me sign in. Oh, no, I still don't want to. Let's see if I piss it off enough that it'll make me on the third one or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Speed is life on the internet.
Yeah.
And you're not making people sign in. And every time I had to go back, it takes a while to render the page back. 1, 2, 3. Now go try this on your cell phone. I mean, just see what happens on your cell phone as well. This is not, if I was an end user using your site, would you stay on this site or would you go to
No.
Zillow and Realtor where it's faster?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is, I just don't see how people sell these. Unless it's just that the realtors out there have no idea what they should be asking about and what they
Well,
should be.
that was
what
it.
they
I
should be
didn't
doing.
know. So
Yeah.
this is amazing, Bob. Thank you so much. And, you know, in terms of how I want to spend my money, this is not it. So, you know what it is? Everybody thinks, if they don't know, that pretty is where it's at.
Oh,
And these
thank you.
photos
Oh,
are rendered beautifully, but it's a waste of money.
Listen, if you're single and you're trying to meet up and start dating, and let's say you're a 10, you're better than a 10.
Right. Yeah.
If you never leave your house, ain't gonna nobody find you. Like if you don't
Yeah.
go where the
Yeah.
people are. So,
Edgy.
and Google's not, your site may be pretty, but Google's not gonna wait for you, and they're not gonna wait for your site. So
Right.
You
Right.
have to make it quick because listen, I would rather have something ugly that's found than something that's beautiful that nobody can find. Because then it's just pretty
And
for
that's
you.
what it says on his dating profile. Anyway,
Yes.
And
So you have
I just tried
two
your
sites.
website on the phone, and
Yeah.
when you first load it, it stays white at the bottom half unless
Does
you
it
actually
really?
scroll. And if you scroll, it brings up clicks for buyers, home valuation, sellers.
Hmm.
But if I didn't know that, and I'm just sitting there looking at a white screen, that's not very good.
So
Yeah,
with Little Geeks, Bob, are your blog posts embedded within your
they
website?
can be, yes. Yes.
Okay.
We have two styles of blogging. You can blog on site where it gets you traffic, or you can blog off site where it gets you backlinks.
Backlinks, yeah. Okay.
Okay. We're doing a split on that. We are blogging some things on site and we're blogging a lot more off site. This is where we're using our WordPress and Active Rain to get us links back into our site. I think people go to the library to read books, right? People don't go to the auto mechanic to read books.
Right, right.
Nobody comes to my website to read a blog. They go to WordPress to read blogs. Why don't I put my blogs where people go to read blogs, where they can stumble across it? Now, I'm going to have some on my site, but I think people are going to go to the library. And WordPress, I'm sorry, WordPress is the library. Okay.
Gotcha.
Nobody's going to go to the auto mechanic to sit down and read a book.
So then is WordPress a widget on your site or is it a standalone?
It's a standalone. Let's go to, and this always loads slow over here for me. Today's DFW, WordPress.com. See if it goes any faster.
Oh, just plain old WordPress.com, nothing fancy.
Yeah. So this, actually, John, could you share? Because it'll go faster on your screen.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why over here, it's slow for me.
Oops, shit. Hope if I can type too.
Come on, John. You got it.
Screen.
We know you can do it.
Share screen. There it is.
Okay, so today's CFW is a WordPress site that we came up with about 10 or 12 years ago, where we pay bloggers to review places to eat and shop. $30 a blog. They owe me 5 pictures and 2 paragraphs. I own the pictures now and the paragraphs. And each one of these is going to have a link at the bottom referring back to our website. So John, pick one you think is good.
Oh, wow.
To East Hampton sandwich.
This is a Gary Vaynerchuk idea that I just stole and tried. So I always get hungry when I review the site. Okay. And it's going to say here, do you want to learn more? Live near Turtle Creek, Dallas? Follow this link.
And just so
And
you
so
know,
there's
it's
all the
because
pictures and
that
stuff like that.
sandwich shop is in that area. So
And then it's
Right,
gonna
that
go
sandwich
back.
shop is in that area. Sorry,
It's actually
I
gonna go
didn't
to
connect
Dallas, Texas. I put different links to like it's Turtle Creek's the neighborhood, but it's still gonna go back to the city page on
Yeah.
the website if they click it.
So let's go
Here's
to a
their-
different one.
That and this actually goes back to the main site as well. So I'm going to go all the way down here.
Okay.
Well, chocolate secrets.
Ooh, I love chocolate.
They have high tea at this place. It's also near Turtle Creek. So I did the same description here. But this is all copied by a different person that's going out to these places. And I'm just taking what they've written, putting it in here. We're paying them to blog it, paying them to go eat, essentially.
So basically, I think if I'm not saying
take
Bob
pictures.
and John pay local bloggers $30 to go to a place and blog. They take 5 pictures, write 2 or 3 paragraphs, I
2
think.
paragraphs.
Yeah. And it's original content. And oftentimes, they will just spend that $30 at that restaurant. So,
Yeah, I don't let them send me ChatGPT. I want original writing.
And then how do you make sure it's not ChatGPT?
Love, you can look at it right away and know.
I can tell from her writing style usually.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
similar in her opening paragraphs.
Okay.
I've got used to how they write. Let's put it that way. But no, they're not going to go to Chat GPT because a lot of this stuff that they're describing is what they've eaten.
Yeah.
And Chat GPT is going to be more generic in their descriptions too, or any of the AIs.
On something like that, if we have like we go around town and just do that naturally, just eating, and it wouldn't take me long to write a couple of paragraphs, but we'll do like a reel or a YouTube short or something like that. Would that be something where we would just link it back to that as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And by the way, if you're going to do that and you're going to make those reels, things like that, check into that place on Google Maps and load your video.
Ah.
And by the way, make sure your email signature on your Gmail account says who you are and what you do and where you do it. So mine
Yes.
says, I'm the Houston real estate boss, Leslie Dawn Wilson. So when people go and click on an image that I've posted, it tells them exactly who did it
Ah.
and what I do for a
Yeah,
living.
so you got chocolate secrets in Dallas.
I have to repeat
Can write a
that
review.
later, Leslie.
Right.
I usually write reviews when I go places and then upload the photos, which is what Leslie's talking about, essentially.
And by the way, those photos get a lot of views. I think
Yeah,
I
they do.
took a picture of a margarita at an iPic that has over 30,000 views. But when people open that picture, it says Houston real estate boss Leslie Dawn Wilson. So,
Yeah.
and by the way, I went to a nail salon to get my Easter toes painted with some friends one year. When I passed by that place, and I've only been there once, we took a picture of all of our feet together. It's the main
Yeah.
picture of that freaking place. Four men with pastel pink Easter toes, but it's the main picture there. And again, people click on it, they see who took that picture and what I do for a living. We call that guerrilla marketing. Doesn't cost you anything.
Yes.
And we can teach a whole class on that.
Do you just put a watermark over the video or?
No. It literally, click on one of those pictures that someone loaded. See, it says chocolate. So that's a week ago. They posted that. Click on latest.
Oh,
See,
it has their name.
see, look at that. Shawa. Amin Shawa. Now imagine if it said Amin Shawa, Chicago real estate agent. You literally just have to
So if
change
someone wanted to, they can
what's
click
the
on
name on
Amin,
Google.
and there's Amin's local guide.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Or
wow.
And
actually
she's
me
got
too.
24,000 points. And now you can see every place she's got. She likes to
Yeah,
hang out.
so her 2,047 photos that this
got
person
6
has
million
uploaded.
views. 6 million views. Now imagine if you were getting 6 million views on your photos that had what your name and what you did for a living on them.
Oh, yeah.
This is a whole
Okay,
separate
everybody,
class, by the way.
we're at the top of the hour. I appreciate this. If you need to talk to me, reach out. Bookbobtime.com. Just talk to me and let's see where we can work.
Thanks so
Where
much,
is this going to be posted?
This will be out on YouTube, but I'll share the link on my Team Bob email.
Okay.
And if you need to, just email me.
Okay.
You know,
Thanks.
bobbmccraney@gmail.com. I'll send it to you directly if you need me to. And yeah, get in touch. Let us know how we can help.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Fanny. Love the jumper.